Imagine turning micro movements in the NASDAQ market into real profits, live right before your eyes. In my live streams, I'll take you straight into the action of scalping NASDAQ futures. Watch as I analyze price action, volume, and order flow to identify scalping opportunities in this fast paced market. You'll see my trade setups, live executions, and detailed performance breakdowns, all in real time. Stay tuned and follow my journey as I work to master the art and skill of scalping NASDAQ futures.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far and a great trading session. I'm flat. What's new this week? Nothing. The market is doing nothing. First setup I almost had was here, except half trend went through the body of the candle, so I couldn't get in, and you see I would have lost. So I'm literally just waiting, being patient and waiting. And reminding myself this is my third day in a row being patient. I am trading different accounts today. Well, going to attempt to. Still have the Take Profit Trader account because the renewal is Sunday. And then I'm actually trading one of my Top Step accounts that renews on the 4th because with the issues that I had on Friday, I'm now $2,000 away from... Oh, wait a minute. My mama called me. Wait, y'all. Answer, mommy. Mommy. Girl, I miss you. Mama, I miss you. Where is you at? How you calling me? It don't cost you no money. Girl, did you see my text message? I miss you. You need to come home. You can't never be gone this long ever again. When do you come home? Huh? I gotta wait that long. I'm sorry, y'all. I have not talked to my mama since Saturday, okay? I miss her. Girl. Okay, yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Okay, bye. Good morning, New. Good morning, Amelia. I'm so sorry, y'all. I have not talked to my mama since Saturday, and I miss her, okay? This is her last vacation not being on land, okay? She cannot go on a cruise for this long ever again. Ugh, I cannot take it. I literally cannot take it, okay? I broke down and texted the lady yesterday knowing she wasn't even gonna get the text because she was on the cruise. So when they finally landed where they at right now, she must have saw my text message and called me. I miss my mama. All right, I'm back to what I was saying. I'm trading one of the Top Step accounts because it renews on the 4th. So I have like 8 trading days. And because of the mishap that happened on Friday, I went from being less than $1,000 away to $2,000 away. And so having 8 trading days to try to get $2,000 in, like, I kind of wanted to wait until I at least took one trade with the copier to make sure everything was cool, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. Well, I did miss trades, missed 2 trades Tuesday, 1 trade yesterday. So I had time, but I just, I didn't take the trades for whatever reason. But what I did was I made the Top Step account my leader because if the copier fails me, it's cool on Take Profit Trader because we renew on Sunday anyway. But it's looking like we're probably just going to carry the balance over because why is the market still not moving? Where is the volatility? I don't know. But that's pretty much where we are. Good morning, Timbo. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, we've done nothing. literally nothing. So we wait. This market is all about patience, apparently. 15. Apparently. And like I said yesterday, there's like a couple of, well, yesterday I did look at a couple of like volume and order flow patterns I've been thinking about adding. Don't have enough concrete evidence to show that it's going to be profitable long term. So I could, excuse me, I cannot add them yet. But this is rough to sit through. Oh, we are near the lows, which kind of makes sense why we're trading this way. All right. All right, well, so the low is at 863. All right. Let's see if we get something going. At least so far at the VWAP, we've just kind of pushed off of the VWAP and kept it moving versus continuing to stay around the VWAP. So that might be a good sign. So we'll see. How's you guys' trading going this morning? Is anybody in any trades? Has anybody taken any trades? I should have made me some tea this morning. All right. Garbage action today? Yeah, probably gonna wait until after Trump. I feel you. I got you. You got yourself into a pickle and got out of the pickle. Green enough. Green is green, baby. Target hit already. No, just watching for an A++ setup. Got you. Yeah, that's what I was. So I did not. Wait, did I? I normally prep my journal every Sunday. Okay, I did. Today is what, Thursday? Okay, so they just put this on the docket because I'm like, I don't remember ever writing anything down about high impact news today. I don't know when this was added, but I know on Sunday it was not there because Sunday I just wrote down that there was natural gas and crude oil. So I guess we might just be doing nothing again today, which is just on par for this entire week. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the market just kind of waits until after Trump speaks at 10. The question is, if I don't have any trades by 10, do I really want to chance trading after 10? Because I can trade right after high impact news. Is really no problem. As long as I wait 2 minutes before and I stop 7 minutes before. I'm sorry, stop 7 minutes before and I wait until 2 minutes after. I'm usually good. So we'll see. Took a sell on silver a few hours ago, in and out. Good morning, Airman. Good morning, Stan. Good morning, Trenches and Mike. Good morning. How are you guys this morning? They added that yesterday. Got you. Okay, because I'm like, I don't have that written down. But that's exactly why I have the little news app up there, because you just never know when something is going to be added. So, because I even didn't schedule it in the Discord. So I was super confused. Oh my gosh. Okay. Very conservative, in and out profit 513, but profit is profit. Nice trade. Start through the ass for your money. Thank you, Trenches. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? For those of y'all who are just tuning in, my mama is going to call me back and I'm going to have to take the call from my mama, okay? I have not talked to my mama since Saturday. Her and my granny are on a long-ass cruise, okay? And I've not been able to talk to her since she got on that boat. And they are in Mexico right now, so she can talk to me. And she is going to call me back and I am going to answer my mama call, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. I broke down and texted her, knew she wasn't even going to get the text message. I said, hi, mommy. What the hell did I say? I know she probably opened her phone when the doctor said, what the hell is wrong with her? I said, hi, mommy. I just want you to know this is your last long ass cruise. Cause what the hell, girl, if you are not on land where I can call or text you, you can't go. 3 day, 2 night is the longest cruise you are ever allowed to go on from here on out. And I absolutely mean it. And she knows I mean it. Cause what are you doing? I hope she's enjoying herself, but not too much because you don't ever need to do this again. Thank you. Let my mommy. I froze on you twice. Oh my gosh, and put you back into a trade. We no likey. Girl, 5 days. No. She has been gone since Saturday and they don't come back until Sunday. So like she's gone, I think, a total of 10 days because they left on Friday. 7, 8, 9 days. But I think the cruise is like 7 days. 7 days, 6 nights. And I'm not happy. Good morning, Applejacks. Not put myself together. Girl, I couldn't take it. I've been trying my hardest, I'm too old to be missing my mama the way I do. Every time I walk past her room, her office, she's not there. Every time I walk in the family room, my granny is not there. As much as I don't like hearing the TV on all day, every day, I kind of miss it a little bit. It is a little overstimulating, but why I keep walking through the family room and my granny ain't there, It's just a lot. Only thing I don't miss is the house phone ringing all day, every day from people who want to talk to my granny. So baby, she unhooked all 3 of them as soon as they left. All right. Yes, that's the only thing I do not miss. But yeah, y'all, they can't go again. We don't like this. We don't. Have to download WhatsApp. You can call with Wi-Fi. So y'all, my mama, she's cheap. She didn't get the Wi-Fi on the cruise ship, and it's 20 of them, so she has no reason to talk to me. She has people to talk to. Okay, she has people to talk to, so she don't need to talk to me. Do I want to take how far away is the 2? It's like 2.5 points. I highly doubt we push through the VWAP like that. I have to break even there. Oh, we gotta break even. I'm actually surprised the delta didn't stay under 70. I just realized it went over. I'm glad I just broke even and realized I needed the delta to stay under 70. This was 70. This was under 70 until the bar closed, and then it turned to 75. And I'm glad I paid attention because I would have lost unnecessarily. Since we're counter trend, that's how counter trend works. So you can see delta 70. Doesn't really matter if well, yes, it does. And you can see this delta is 75. So we got out just in time. The only thing with counter trend, even though I'm looking for the same like delta pattern, meaning the delta of my entry bar has to be less than the delta of the last reversal bar in the same direction. The only thing that changes in regards to who's in control, like the buyers were still in control of the bar in the point of control. So we're good there. But if it was a trap, so if the sellers were in control and the delta was less than like I needed it to be, it needed to be the entry bar would need to be attached to a level of some sort. Normally counter trend is going to be the VWAP basically. But yeah, I'm glad I got out of that. But look, first trade in since Friday. How nice. All right, let me go back. Sorry, guys. Sounds like mom is enjoying her life. Airman, do you want to get blocked? No, she's never enjoying her life without me. Don't ever say that. Don't say that. Your routine. Exactly, baby. My routine has been disrupted, Timbo, and they can't do that. And mama don't have to have a life without me. Y'all tripping. Oh, y'all getting blocked today. Oh yeah, nah, Amelia, Wi-Fi is not free, honey. You have to pay daily for it, usually, and it's not that great anyway, because you out at sea. I'm gonna make money today, saying I hope so. We gonna see, honey. 'Cause it ain't looking too good. It's looking like the last 2 days, but at least we're a little green. It's better than nothing. Now I wonder. Yeah. Come on, mommy. Mommy, say hi to my stream. Say hi to my stream.
Hi from Cozumel, Mexico.
Girl, you so extra. I just told them how I miss you and how you and Granny just disrupted my routine, and it's just, I don't like it. And you guys can never do this ever again. Because I walk past your room, your office, you not there. As much as I don't like the TV being on all day, Granny ain't got the TV on all day while also listening to her iPad, you know? It's just weird. It's very weird. How long are you guys going to be docked? Child, I don't think she can hear me. Hello? Child. Call failed. How long are y'all going to be docked for? Okay. I know, but can I call you when I'm done with the stream in an hour? Okay, okay, girl. Let me talk to my granny. Hi, granny girl. Is you enjoying yourself, honey? Okay, wait, wait. Okay, but granny, hold on. You wasn't supposed to say you enjoying yourself because I'm not with you. You're supposed to say, no, I miss you so much. Love you too. Uh. Your mama don't know protocol. Okay, I'm gonna call you in an hour. Bye. Y'all, my granny said we enjoying ourselves so much. This man was dancing, and I was just about to go out there and start cha-chaing. And when I said, that she wasn't supposed to say that, she said, no, we enjoying ourselves. Granny can't come back home. Cause what? What the hell? Girl, they have been drinking Apple Jacks. That's the problem. Maybe they got them one of them little drink packages because they was able to get it at a real deep discount since it was a group of them. And honey, mm, all dudes in speedos usually be on after they do sand, and that's why. Listen, the last time my granny was on a cruise, I think was when she was with me. So I took my granny on a cruise. Like it was pretty much around the year after my grandpa passed, like almost to the T. Um, so what happened was this is when I was a co-founder of a network marketing company. They ran a contest and I was in the top, I don't know. And so we could choose a person to go with us. I feel like it was like top 20 maybe, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so I took my grandma because I'm like, okay, we're near the 1 year anniversary. Like my grandparents were married for 50 years. And my grandfather passed away like maybe 2 months after they celebrated their 50th anniversary. So it was very, very difficult for my grandma. And so it was 40 of us on the cruise. And it was so much fun because Number one, everybody was looking out for my grandma. I would be passing people and they like, hey, just saw your granny on the dock talking to some lady reading a book. Hey, I saw your granny in the dining hall. She was in this corner over here. And so it was really nice because every time somebody passed my granny, they like, hey, granny, kind of thing. And I remember the first night I didn't come back to the cabin because we found out at the time that the pools and the jacuzzi stay open all night, but the kids had to be gone. I think it was like at 10:30 or 11 o'clock. So naturally, all of us, we were all super young at the time. Like almost everybody, besides like the CEO, almost everybody was probably in there like between 21 and maybe 26, 27. And so we like, shit, we going to the pool and the jacuzzi in the middle of the night. I think that first night we didn't even leave until like 6 o'clock in the morning. And so when I came back, my granny was like, where were you? I didn't know where you were. I said, Granny, where was I gonna go besides overboard? Like I'm somewhere. And so from there, y'all, every time I came back to the cabin, I would write her a little note. Hey, Granny, came back at such and such time. All right, I'm about to go do XYZ. See you at dinner tonight. I will always write her these little notes so that she wouldn't be so worried about me. But we had a ball. But that was only like a 4-day, 3-night, I think. And I'm pretty sure we went to Cozumel as well. But we had us a good time, y'all. A good time. Did she hang up? I told her to hang up. I told her I would call her after the stream. Yeah, Granny's banned, you guys. She can't come back. Yeah, 6 a.m., honey. Listen. And we were on the Royal Caribbean. The Royal Caribbean, now I've never been on the Norwegian, but the Royal Caribbean and the Norwegian cruise ships are supposed to be the best. I've never been on Carnival. You probably never catch me on Carnival because I'm not really a party person like that. But the one thing I loved about the Royal Caribbean, first of all, the ship was huge and they always had activities, whether it was bingo or like dancing classes or ice skating shows. There was a lot of activities to do on the deck. They had like a fake surfing type of thing, rock climbing, basketball. There was a lot. And so in the middle of the ship and then on each end, and at certain other parts inside of the ship as well, they had like full-blown schedules. So you could wake up, look at the little itinerary because it was digital, and you could just see all the things that you could do from sunup to sundown, just activities galore. Now I can't remember what ships we went on the 3 years in a row that we went to the Bahamas. I feel like it was Princess something, and I was not a fan because they closed the freaking jacuzzis and pools at like 10 o'clock at night. What the fuck? We grown as hell. What? So I didn't really like that. And to me, their food wasn't as good as the Royal Caribbean because the Royal Caribbean, honey, that food was bomb. That's where I tried escargot for the first time, and I was in love, okay? A really good food. Do they have 24-hour buffet complete with crab legs? I don't think so because I feel like every cruise I've ever been on, the only thing that's open late at night was like the burger and fry places. I'm pretty sure. Not Carnival Carnival has activities, but it's a little what word? It's a little too urban for me. I don't want to party and stuff. That's not my I feel like the Carnival cruises have like a lot of younger people who love to party and club and stuff like that. And maybe that's just the stigma, but I feel like every person I've ever known to go on Carnival, that's what they say. My mom and one of her old friends, they went on a Carnival cruise, I feel like once or twice, and my mom was like, not my type of party. And me and my mom are pretty alike. I'm an old woman inside, so I don't think that I would enjoy Carnival. Honestly, I don't. I don't. Time to buy Mama a mini Starlink. Yeah, Janelle, they are celebrating. They are having fun. Hopefully she stays away from Alfonso when that Latin music come on. Honey, that's what it sounded like. My granny, she said, I almost got up and start cha-cha. No, ma'am, go sit down. Sit. No, that's not what you're going to do. You're going to sit there and leave them peoples alone. When they went to, oh my God, where did they go? I feel like they went to Dominican Republic my mom, my grandma, and some of my grandma's, I think one of her brothers and his wife, and then some of their friends or something. This was last year sometime, yeah, it was last year. And child, my granny came back and said, girl, I took some money for tipping, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a couple of them. They were so cute. I had to tip them a little extra. Girl, what is you doing? My mama said, I had to tell your grandma, slow down on the tipping. Not ghetto. She hates her people. Ghetto, just a little too urban. But you have to understand, I'm not a party person at all. Like, not my judge, not my thing. And it's probably because, like, when I was growing up and people would have house parties and stuff, my parents were like, no. I remember when I came back home after my first, no, I was 19. So, 19, I was in my third year of college. And I asked to go to this house party. It was my cousin. So it was a cousin that I didn't find out we were cousins until my senior year of high school. Crazy story. But my mom knew who he was. He played on our boys basketball team at my high school. So my donor did not know who he was. But either way, I asked to go to his party and he told me no. Hey, I'm in your house, cool, whatever. Like, I wasn't tripping. Do y'all know this mother? So first of all, he asked me what time I was going to leave the house. And I was like, well, I'm not leaving till 9:30 because it doesn't start till 10. And he's like, nobody leaves my house after 9 o'clock. Da, 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 da. All right, cool. So I had already gave up the idea of going to the party. Y'all know he came up to me at 10:15, like, hey, you're not going to the party? I said, what the fuck? You just told me I couldn't go. Oh, I was just playing. What? So yeah, I just never, it was like, that was just because it was my cousin. I'm just not a party person. I don't like being in crowds. Crowds make me extremely nervous because I'm like I'm a hyper aware person. Like, I'm always aware of my surroundings and everybody looks suspicious. So yeah. Good morning, Clay. How are you this morning? Oh, probably not good because you said rough morning on NQ. You never been on a cruise, Trenches? You just like to fly to the place? Yeah. Honestly, the short 3-day ones are definitely party cruises for sure. It took me a long time to get on cruise ships because I am deathly afraid of deep water, you guys, like deathly afraid. I can swim. I can swim forwards, backwards, float on my back, I can do everything. But because I cannot tread water, I am deathly afraid of deep water. And so getting on that cruise ship, part of taking my granny was for me too, because I needed the support of my grandma. It was hard, but I do remember right before then we did a yacht party. We used to do a yacht party every year. And it took more for me to get on that yacht because the yacht was like super scary. I had to throw a couple drinks back just so I could kind of numb myself to how I was feeling a little bit. But the yacht party was the first and last time I've ever been drunk. Okay. Crazy story there. But yeah, we used to get down with the get down. And all of these were like nice company events too. Mom's about to come back with a boo. No, why do all of y'all want to get blocked today? I'm confused. She might put the tip in their waistband. Y'all are crazy. Stella does not. Well, Stella does have her groove back, but it ain't from some man she gonna meet on a cruise ship. I tell you that much. That was a jerk move. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all about my drunk time since the market ain't moving. So the first and only time I've ever been drunk in my life was at our very first yacht party for the company that I co-founded. And so first of all, I've never really been a drinker like that. When we were super young, my grandpa, he gave us Crown when I was probably like 12, just to basically show us alcohol is nasty. And I kept that in my head for a long time and it burned my chest a little bit. And so I never really drank like that. And my first year of college, my whole entire team, except maybe like 2 people, were alcoholics, like already. And so I'm talking come to 5 a.m. practice drunk, doing spin moves and just continuing to spin and falling. And now we get kicked out of practice and have to run extra because they're drunk. So I just never, just seeing how people act when they're drunk, I just never was interested really. But anyway, so on the cruise ship, we had free wine. And so I didn't know that you couldn't mix white and red. How come? It's all wine, you know? So I'm going back and forth from the white to the red, and we had like a nice little buffet style dinner and stuff. And so I was into it with one of the co-founders who pretty much was only a co-founder because he knew me, essentially. I was the one who was like, yeah, y'all, he's solid. Bring him in. And so I remember we were out on the deck and the boat was moving one way and he was moving the other way, and we're trying to like hash out our differences or whatever. And I was looking and I was just like, hey, stop talking. Something's wrong. And so the only thing I remember is going to the bathroom, and I don't even remember like laying down. I feel like I went to the bathroom to use the bathroom. All I know is I woke up inside of the bathroom, and it was like a single bathroom at that. And everybody on the ship was gone, y'all. Everybody. So I come off of the ship, and my ex-boyfriend was sitting there on the dock like this. Get your ass off the... Where you been? I'm like, shit, why you ain't come find me? I told him, I was like, I just did not feel good. I just woke up in the bathroom. I don't even think I threw up in the bathroom or anything. And so we get in the car, and as soon as he takes off, I'm just like trying to close my eyes because I'm really tired. And I felt so sick, so I couldn't really close my eyes. So I'm trying to keep my eyes open, but I'm so tired. It was just a mess. So I remember that he stopped at this food truck, and I just remember opening the door and just throwing up. And so I went back to sleep. And by the time we got back to the hotel, and mind you, I rented a Camaro, if I'm not mistaken. So the Camaro ride is not the best. Okay. It's not very smooth. And that probably was what I needed so that the smooth feeling wouldn't make me even more sick. But baby, it was a bumpy ride. So we get back to the hotel. We're in the parking lot. And he's like, all right, we're here. Come on, it's time to go. I wake up. I'm like, no. Just leave me. Just leave me. Let me sleep here. He's like, get your ass out the car. I'm like, no, I cannot move. Just leave me here. He was like, so if I leave you here and something happens, what am I supposed to tell your parents? That I was drunk and you just left me. He's like, get out of the car. So I'm like, no. So he has to walk to get me some water from the gas station. He comes back. He gives me water. He's like, just drink this. You're going to throw up. So I'm drinking the water. I throw up. I just open the door and just throw up everywhere. And so I'm like, I still don't want to leave. So he ends up getting me back to the hotel room. Y'all, I was in the shower for at least 45 minutes, at least. But the shower was on, but I was sitting in the tub. Because every time I needed to get out, the ledge of the tub, because it was like the shower tub combo, the ledge of the tub just looked like a freaking mountain. I couldn't move. So he had to get me out of the tub, put me in the bed. But when I woke up the next morning, y'all, I felt great. Felt amazing. No headache, no nothing. I felt great. So I was supposed to go, one of my girlfriends, she was like a top earner in another company, and her friends and people in her company were out in Miami at the same time. And so she had rented a mansion on Star Island where a lot of the stars have mansions. And so I was supposed to go to her party. So I called her and I was like, I'm so sorry I didn't come, girl. I was so drunk. I could not do anything. She was like, girl, I was so drunk. I wouldn't even know you was there. I said, oh, but we had fun. A lot of fun. This is why he's an ex with first time drunk doesn't count unless you get prayed to the porcelain goddess. Child, look, it does count because I ain't never drank like that again. And I just don't. Okay, working in psych, I understand why people turn to drugs and alcohol. However, I don't understand why anybody wants that feeling. I only been high one time in my life. Never again. When I tell you never, I mean never. 36. I cannot and will not ever again. I got to tell y'all that story too, but that story is a little longer and it's a little crazy. But never again. What number is that? 36. Oh, that delta's gonna. Oh, yeah. Delta's too much. I want it to be less than 36. It's like going between 50s and 60s, and there's an imbalance in that bar, so I definitely won't take it. Applejacks, he wasn't like, he was being aggressive, but not like in a mean aggressive way. It was more like, get your ass up. Get out of the car. No, I can't. But I had fun though. Lots and lots of fun. All right, first pullback after a new trend change, we don't take, but let's see what happens after this. 66. We might be able to get some counter trend divergence in if we can come back in. Why? That's my second time losing connection today. It's the TPT account that's doing it. 66. Okay, wait, that changes things a little bit. Damn, I really thought we were going to close down there. I was ready for the sale, but it did not happen. Very interesting. All right. Well, the divergence play is done. Good morning, Kellyanne. How are you this morning? Crack the fuck out of. Oh my God. What did you do? You just dropped your phone? No. Where's your case? Or are you talking about your laptop? Please don't tell me you're talking about your laptop. Kellyanne, are you in any trades? Have you been trading this morning? Or the price action sucked for you too? Janelle. Good morning, S. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. The laptop? How did you do that? How? Ma'am, on the new one that you just opened finally after 9 months? What did you do? Trump's market is trash. They need to bring Biden back. Kellyanne, listen, I've been trying to figure out this entire week, where is the Trump volatility everybody been talking about, honey? Where is it? I would like to see it. I only had like 2 valid setups on Monday. One of them I genuinely don't even remember seeing. I might have been paying attention to chat. The first one, what happened? Oh, my all the liquidation in Rhythmic was on, so I didn't get put into the trade. So then yesterday there was only one trade, and it was right like at 8:35 and maybe like 30 seconds, which 8:35 is when I start trading. And yeah, I was a little late getting on the charts because I wasn't feeling well, and I just was like, there's no way this was my only trade of the day, and I just missed it. But I did. I missed it. I did. So I am flat for the entire week so far. which sucks ass. But I want the volatility to return because this, if we got to deal with this for 4 years, y'all, I don't know if I can take it. I don't. Now, why you telling my business on that note? I'm out. Wait, Janelle, where are you going? Come back. Oh my God. Come back, girl. Wait. 109. That's not attached. This really sucks if this sets up because the zigzag's attached to the previous bar and not the entry bar, so I can't take it. Basically, this bar we're in right now, we have to push down 1 tick so that the zigzag will attach to it because it has an equal low with the Renko. Now that changes that. Oh my God, there's no way you just push through there like that. But this is, the yellow line is the middle VWAP. I mean, middle pivot level. So I'm not that surprised that it pushed that hard off of there either. He was a little red yesterday. Think the Trump volatility will come in March? You want us to deal with this for that long? No. No trades today yet? Yes. Janelle is going through it. She's been going through it all week, honey. With the platform putting her in extra trades. We need good vibes and good energy for Janelle. Because, Janelle, do you know anybody that can fix the laptop screen that's not super expensive, like having to go to the Geek Squad or something? Why does it keep flipping back? Let's see what we do here. Are we not going to push through this overnight level? The overnight high, low, something's there. High. All right, well, we're break even here, even if it pulls back. Target filled. Nice. I was waiting for that. Thank you. I need to write something on my chart real quick. Zigzag change. Shit, I keep forgetting to put the, you know what? The charts, the zigzag's gonna mess up over here for a second, but some of my trades look really weird because you guys can't see the other half trend. If it looks too cluttered, let me know and I'll just take it back off. It's fine. But sometimes my trades look like they're in the middle of nowhere because they're touching the one half trend that you guys can't see. So I'll just try to put it over there. Plot trend, step. No, we don't need the step and we don't need that. So the chart's going to be a little messed up over there, but it's all good. Make sure the colors are right. Because really the only levels that are kind of in the middle, I mean, trades that are kind of in the middle of nowhere would be my counter trend divergence and some of the divergence that's in the same direction of the trend when it doesn't come all the way back to this half trend. Oh, shoot. Damn it. The trailing stop is there. Hold on. Let me turn that part off. Again, just so there's not so many things on the screen. Transparent. But yeah, most of my trades are just going to be at some half trend, basically. All right, there you go. So this is what my charts look like. I also can see the trailing stop of each of these 3 half trends, so I know when they change directions. But yeah, so the solid skinny one will always be the minor one, and then the dotted blue and it turns from blue to pink will be the middle, and then the green and red will be the major one that determines what the overall trend direction is. So yeah, so this was just a traditional pullback, higher low to higher high to higher low at the middle half trend, and that's what I was playing off of there basically. Makes sense. All right, let me go back. Sorry guys. People too shook to go on the market. So much negative news. Yeah. Saying I absolutely agree. True traders are built different. You should be able to trade in either of the markets. Too much sneaking and linking. I have to regroup. Girl? Okay, yeah, you regroup. We'll see you tomorrow so we can discuss that. I had some oatmeal this morning that smelled kind of scorched. Did it taste like an apple juice? Market is different. Notice my level. Ooh, your levels are not as in tune. Interesting. So how long are you going to keep the levels on before you, like, do you think you'll have to make adjustments to them? Or do you think that you have to keep drawing the same levels, but you just have to like trade off of them differently? It's not the best weekend, only microscope to be safe. Yeah, I agree, Sam. I ain't touching Trump them today. Airman. Average win is 120. You'll quickly take that $40 scalp. Yeah, I mean, when it's this choppy, you just gotta take what you can get for real and hope for the best. Just hope for the best. Close for 22. 80. That would have been too much anyway. You bet your Lord and Savior is green today? Girl, highly doubt it. He probably is flat. We know he don't trade. Daily go hit. Nice, new. Did you trade gold again today or did you just trade NQ? You said he buying lunch? Good morning, True. Every time somebody makes some money, they got to buy lunch for Apple Jacks, okay? Trade gaps and volume profile. Ah, Kellyanne, got you. That's why you like to see the gaps with your Renkos. That makes sense. I got you. I am going to stop trading in 6 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes. I stop at 9:53 when there's 10 a.m. high impact news. I might restart at 10:02. We'll just have to see what the volatility and what the volume's looking like. Y'all know me. As much as I don't want to keep trading because I'm green and after Friday's mishap, this is my first time trading since Friday's mishap. So I would like to not continue trading, but y'all know how I am. I'm going to keep trading because that's what my strategy tells me to do. I got to take every setup in the session and it is what it is. So I am going to continue trading. True, how have you been, my friend? How are you? All right. Oh, you know what? So after I get off of the stream, though, I need to check my log files because I need to see how quickly the followers, stop loss, and take profit were submitted. Because I told you guys, I think my issue is that the default is 3 seconds. Well, no, the default for the copier is that all of the followers are supposed to get their limit order submitted immediately. But what happens sometimes, with the NinjaTrader lag with, just data going back and forth between platforms, sometimes the stop loss and take profit does not get put on the followers. And so what he built into the copier is an ATM ATM strategy protection to where the default was 3 seconds. If it scans 3 seconds after your leader gets into a trade, if it scans the followers and sees that it does not have the stop loss and take profit ATM order attached, is going to submit it at that point. And when I went through, because let me look at I don't think I told you guys this yesterday or Tuesday. I forgot when I sent the email, actually. I sent the email 2 days ago. So basically what I did was I looked at all of my trades from last week because I wanted to see if I could get to the bottom of why ever since I saw the ATM protection thing, I'm like, this might be a problem. This might be what the issue is. So let me look at all my trades. So there was a trade last, are we trying to break out? Still got 3 minutes. There was a trade last Monday. Hold on. Oh, that's not the breakout. I needed to be beyond where we changed to the uptrend. Last Monday, I had a trade where the leader TP'd in 1 second. The followers did as well, but I think, no, this was a follower and it was normal. Tuesday, I had a trade where the leader hit the stop loss in 3 seconds. And that is that moment when it says the buy to cover was filled on the leader. At the same exact moment, it was submitted, like the stop loss was submitted on the followers. And that's what led to me having a 9.5 point loss instead of 4.5. So basically, it seems like on the followers, when it submitted at that time, it submitted it for pretty much 4.5 points. And that's why I lost double. There was another trade 4 minutes later where the leader hit the TP in 7 seconds. So I'm not really sure why the followers TP orders were submitted at 7 points in profit instead of 4.5 when it's a 3 second protection thing. So I'm not really sure what happened with that. Wednesday, I had the leader TP'd in 4 seconds. And that is when the followers got TP order submitted. And that's how I ended up winning like 11 points that day. And then on Friday is when all hell broke loose. All right. So Friday, the leader hit the stop loss in 3 seconds. Followers, the stop loss was doubled to 9+ points because that's when it submitted the orders on the followers. And then I still don't really know what happened with the very last trade where my Top Step accounts, the stop loss was put at 3.5 points instead of 4.5 because I'm still pissed. Okay. Still hurting. Because the fact that my stop loss was hit right here when the stop loss was actually below this green line, baby, losing $1,000 on each of those accounts that day when I should have been break even because that trade actually won. All right. Not happy, but so after the session today, I'm going to look at my log files to see if the stop loss and take profit orders were submitted within 1 second or after 1 second, like it's supposed to with me changing that setting. So we'll see. Where is Nutty? Nutty said in his last video that he was probably going to take the day off today as well. You trade volume too, mixture of volume and momentum. Yep. Volume and order flow for me, which ends up causing momentum. Or ends up being a momentum trade. Not do you partake in the ICT as I'm weak. Only up 1880. Only saying, I don't know if I like the word only here. 1880 is great. What do you mean? Especially because the market has not been the best so far. Well, really, it was just this week. This week just sucked. Not you want all the judgment. Stacey Burke understood what to do better than watching ICT. Yeah, it seems like the people who break down ICT concepts, I'm going to put concepts in air quotes because really it's just Wyckoff, but whatever. But the people who break it down just do a much better job of teaching it than he does. But I think that's also because most of his stuff are like it's lives. And even when it's not, he just goes off on a tangent instead of remembering why we're here. Well, not we, because I'm not an ICT trader, but he just forgets why people are there. Whereas somebody else who breaks everything down and teaches it in a much more simple way, you don't have all the raging and the going off on tangents. And, you know, you just have stuff that's straight to the point. It's a lot easier to understand them. You do an order flow indicator as well. Oh, nice. Which one do you have? Not problem. Airman said, we good. Could you trade a slower, larger candle size? Would that give the execution more time to execute? It's no. So the only problem with doing that, and so this is why I chose the 16 tick chart. I used to trade on a 20 tick chart, but what I find is that when you have slower markets like what we're in right now, or if you have super choppy markets like the last 2 days, I would never get setups. And sometimes even when the market is trending, and that's just because you have to remember that all of my entries are at reversal bars, right? At the close of a reversal bar. So on a 16 tick chart, I'm only asking the market to reverse 32 ticks for my entry and then another 18 ticks in my direction. So in total, what you're talking about, really it's 51 ticks because my entry is 1 tick beyond the close of a reversal bar. So 51 ticks in either market works pretty decent. Now, when you get into the 20 tick bar, because the next highest would be 20 ticks, because you want to me, I always like to go in increments of like how many ticks are in a point. So like for instance, on crude oil, 10 ticks to a point. So you either need to do a 10 tick chart or a 20 tick chart. Like you have to go, you don't have to, but I always suggest people to go in 10 tick increments. So anyway, when it's a 20 tick chart, now I have to have the market reverse 40 ticks, plus I need another 23 ticks on top of that in order for me to hit my take profit. So now instead of me only asking the market to go 51 ticks, I'm asking the market to go 64 ticks in order for me to get a trade in. And 64 ticks can be a lot on NASDAQ, especially when the market's not trending really, really well. Like 20 tick works really well if you look at like the charts from early November, even into like right before Thanksgiving. So really most of the month of November. But then if I put a 20 tick chart in the last couple of days, baby, no, when I tell you if nothing's happening on a 16 tick chart, nothing's happening on a 20. So yeah, it just kind of depends, honestly. But the thing is, I have the time to execute though. And that's only because I use this little chart trader. But the problem is that sometimes the copier wasn't keeping up. But like I said, I think it's just that ATM protection thing being at 3 seconds. Because I like my trades being in and out in 3 seconds. Even if I lose, that's fine. Like I need to know my fate as quickly as possible. The longer I'm in the trade, the more I'm like, did I analyze this right? Now, the one thing is though, when the trade takes a little bit more time, I can at least go back and double check to make sure everything is right with my entry. But aside from that, I actually like being in and out quickly. Trying to make back what I lost in December. You pay $350 a day for 2 of my bay. $350 a day? There? What? A day? That is my birth control. That's all I need to see. The cost of daycare, the cost of formula, the cost of diapers. If that's not enough birth control for you, I don't know what is. Super expensive. Not y'all wonder why True is my only friend. I'm weak. Started with Al Brooks and found ICT. So Al Brooks. Is Al Brooks the one who does the two-legged pullback? Teaches the two-legged pullback? Or is there more to his teachings than that? Because I feel like when I was in the two-legged pullback group, it was like people either traded Mac's way, whoever Mac is, or they traded Al Brooks, but I could be wrong. Sure. Which order flow indicator do you like the best? I think it kind of depends on what you how you trade, what kind of candles you use. Like on Renko's, the only order flow indicator I know that works on Renko's is the one from Ninja, because most of Ninja's indicators work with Renko's because they have their own Renko type, right? So a lot of order flow indicators do not work with Renko's, especially because of the setting that I have with it being a 1 tick threshold. A lot of candles in a swing won't have any volume in it. Like it'll be 0, literally. And so what'll happen is when I'm using traditional indicators, like let's say something on the bottom of the indicator is supposed to have something here, it'll be adjusted backwards because it doesn't take into account that there were these bars that have zero volume in it. So it shifts everything. So it never lines up the way it's supposed to. But one of the really nice order flow indicators, it's from KISS. It's called KISS order flow. But yeah, it's called KISS order flow, and it's really nice. They show like where the trap traders are, where the imbalances are, surges, absorption, all of that stuff. And I do like the fact that they have the almost like the volumetric bars where you have the data at the bottom. With the Ninja order flow presentation indicator, they don't have anything at the bottom for me to be able to use. So that part kind of sucks. You are not finna tell me. Maybe he ain't talking yet. Because, baby, high impact news, I mean, as soon as 10 o'clock hit, that market should have been whipping. What the hell? But yeah, it's a really nice indicator. Inbox me on Discord. Like Stacy parked a few bits I've seen of him. ICT for the Marco view. Al Brooks for heavy scalping trading. Yeah, I meant the software. I got you, S. Got you. Everyone blames Biden, but I don't blame life on anyone. I agree, Sam. I don't get into politics. You won't ever hear me get into politics. Not that I don't care, but I just feel like no matter who's in office, they're going to do what they're going to do. And you have to figure out how to survive in that particular economy that is created based off of their decisions. That's just how I feel. Nobody's here to save you. Life is life. We're here to save ourselves. And that's just the attitude I have about it. I'm not a pessimist. I'm not an optimist. I'm a realist. And the reality is, regardless of who's in office, you have to figure out how to survive. That's simple. Anybody can say anything on their campaign and they can get in office and do the complete opposite. And that goes for everyone. So that's just how I feel. Al Brooks is the godfather of price action. From him, you will learn patterns, probabilities, and so much more. Ooh, okay, Kellyanne. Yeah, I've only heard of Al Brooks just when people talk about two-legged pullbacks. Oh. Favorite order flow indicator is called institutional order flow. San, what platform is that on? Yeah, San, honestly, that's my attitude about everything in life. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody's here to save you. No one. You gotta figure it out. Applejacks, what you getting for lunch? Because I hope you ate breakfast already. I need to make my tea as soon as I get off. Mm-hmm. 32. So one thing I have not been doing yet, and I'm probably still not going to, I have not been taking this alternate divergence here. I still don't know if I feel comfortable doing it. Let's see how this trade goes. I just have not taken it yet, so I just don't feel comfortable taking it yet. And I don't know if I have enough data to support the rules that I have so far. So until I feel like I have more than enough data, we're just going to sit out of those. It kind of is what it is. And I promise I'm not just sitting out because I'm green. I'm not. So here's where I would have to break even and it push through. Okay, so maybe the rules I have is right because that worked out perfectly. And I'm okay with not getting in that. Absolutely fine. So far, what it looks like for and this is alternate divergence because this double top has a lower high, right? So we're going from a lower high to a higher high versus a higher high to a higher high here. And so far, what it looks like when I'm taking this divergence is that the delta of this entry bar, if the sellers are in control and I'm looking for a sell, as long as there's no level attached to it, it does not matter what the delta is in comparison to the last delta in the same direction. So this delta reversal bar down was 52 and this one was like 100 and something, 134. So far that's what my rules say. Long as there's no level attached, I can take the trade. So, and you can see it actually worked out, but I'm okay with sitting out of it because I really don't know. I would have to look to see how much data I have for this so far, but I feel like it's not that much because I haven't really, that divergence has not been my focus really since I started trading this strategy 2 months ago. The only other component was because there's a double bottom here, I had to make sure the delta of this was more than this because we're trying to push through or push back towards the double bottom, and the delta here was 32. So it worked out. And I'm quite sure, yeah, I definitely would have been filled as well. So that's good. So maybe I'll feel comfortable taking them from now on. I'll go and look just to make sure the data is what I need it to be, but you guys can see that I absolutely would have gotten filled for a very nice sale. Apple Jacks don't stew, please. 27, yeah. So from the close of the bar to where I would have gotten filled was like 14 seconds. So there was more than enough time for that fill. And it would have TP'd in about 33 seconds, which isn't bad for after 10 o'clock. Chick-fil-A. Good morning, Trader. It's Chick. How are you this morning? Trading View has it saying, all right, got you. What is ICT strategy? Oh, child. Go look it up. Just don't learn it from him. Don't learn it from Inner Circle Trader. What is it? Inner Circle Trader trading? I don't know. Learn it from somebody who teaches it. But he basically teaches his own version of Wyckoff and, you know, imbalances and things like that. That's basically what he's doing. Wait for your trade to be triggered. 72% accuracy is nice. And see, the good thing saying, like, this is what I tell anybody who has never really looked at volume and order flow and stuff. Order flow can be super complicated, right, when you first look at it. But the biggest thing is that I feel like if you have a decent strategy, if you incorporate order flow or volume, one of the two, more specifically order flow than anything, if you had to choose one of the two, but if you incorporate one of those two, I feel like it usually enhances your strategy because, like, I've seen people like say that they're trading, let's say, trend continuations or traps, but all they have is candlesticks on the chart. Well, you can't really say that it's a trap. Like, I can't say that I'm trapping sellers here if I can't even see anything outside of the candles, right? Order flow shows me that the sellers are in control of the entry bar. Or you'll have people say that they're trading trend continuations. Well, how do you know it's a trend continuation when you don't have any level, like there's no volume on your chart? So yeah, price created a higher high and pulled back, but that higher high can still have less volume in that swing than the previous swing up, which lets you know that the sellers are starting to take control of the trend. So, but you know, people don't really know that part. They don't know that part. So, and they don't really understand that that's a piece that they are probably missing that can better their strategy. Every time you tell me not to stew, I want to do it even more. But at least you wouldn't actually be stewing for a good reason this time. Because I genuinely don't. I really don't know. I have to just go to his core content, ignore all his other videos. Yeah, he's an actual person. Get more contracts. I usually trade 1 or 2 contracts of sand. That is where prop firms come into play. Use the prop firms, leverage, get your payouts, and put more money in your personal account. At least 10% of your payout should go towards a personal account. If you already have a good paying job where like everything you do in trading is extra, hell, put 50% of your payouts. Well, save at least 20% for taxes, put like 50% in your personal account, and then say put the other 3 in a savings account or something. Not y'all a glutton for punishment. It's only accurate because I wait for the move. I agree. Saying, listen, we're here. Like for me, as much as I'll say I don't like only having a trade or 2 in a session, I'm cool with it. Like I don't need every move. And like it doesn't bother me when I get in and out of a trade and it goes well beyond where I take profit. I don't think I've ever had FOMO, to be honest with you. Ever. I don't even think, even in the early parts of my journey, if I have a set strategy and it tells me to do XYZ, after I do XYZ and I'm out of the trade, I do not care what happens after that. I don't. Like this trade right here, I would have been out at like 934. Now we had a couple of little small pullbacks before we pushed down, but I don't care that we went to 915. It doesn't bother me. That's not part of my strategy. So there's nothing in me that just feels like I need to be in trades. I'm very patient because to me, if I've developed a strategy where it's very accurate and efficient, as long as the trades I do take have a high chance of winning, I don't care about all the other little pullbacks that look like good trades just because they went 75 ticks. It doesn't fit what I'm doing, so I don't care. You're a special ed teacher? Got you. Prop firm money is for travel, period. And that's what you should be using it for. We should be using prop firms to make extra money to do the things that we want to do because we're not tied so much, like we're not tied down by time. We are because we still have to be on the charts and take the trades and things like that. But not being, maybe he's talking now. He's talking. Gotta be. Gotta be. Trump, you're late. Nah. But yeah, the fact that we don't have to trade our time for money in the same way we do with a job, you should be doing all the things that you want to do with your payout money. To me, that's how I feel. Do the hold a press conference. Today the 23rd? Yes, it is. He got to be talking now because the way that market just started twerking. Yes, he's definitely talking now. Bringing back the original Trump tax cuts. And if you don't make your stuff in America, here's what he did. And if you don't make your products in America, that's what he did. All right. All right. I was making sure I didn't miss a trade, but I literally didn't. Prop firm should be extra. Exactly. Oh, wait, I missed more. My personal is for the real trading. Really need to get on the taxes thing. Yeah. Just save 20%. The best thing for you to do is to go look at the tax brackets for the year. And on your job, right? With your job, I always tell people when it comes to your W-2 income, when you have a business, which trading is a business, you're getting paid as an independent contractor, You should always make sure, because you have people who go exempt at their job and all kinds of stuff, put more withholdings than there's or less withholdings than they're supposed to. You always want to make sure that you're getting the right amount of taxes withheld at your job. That way you're not worried about the taxes that you might owe over here plus the taxes over here, right? So then from there, you want to look at the tax brackets, okay? And what I do is any business income that I have, when I'm in the first tax bracket, every amount, like every paycheck that I'm getting, I put that amount that it says that my taxes are for that tax bracket, I put that off to the side. Once I hit the next level, I put that amount off to the side. And I do that. I don't do it based off of net income, even though when you actually go towards tax time, you are going to get paid. I mean, get taxed on your net income. But we just want to make sure that we save enough for taxes, because the last thing you want to do is have a huge tax bill. Been there, done that. Okay. Those penalties are not cute. So yeah, obviously you're going to have some write-offs with your eval fees and PA fees and stuff like that. We're not really worried about that. But yeah, every time you go up to the next tier, start taking out that percentage. Now, I usually just do 20% across the board, because most of the time with whatever money I have in my tax savings account, whatever amount I have to take out of that to pay my taxes, I always have some left over. So I just carry it over year after year. Now, what I could do is, hey, I just paid my taxes, I'm good. I could take that extra and put it back into my regular bank account, but I just don't do that. So I usually just do 20%, because no matter how much I have to pay, I have enough, because I have 2 different tax savings accounts. But yeah, you do not want a huge tax bill at the end of the year. Trust me. Trust me. Thought y'all had top secret strategy going with ICT. I was feeling left out. I'm weak, Airman. She's heard. Return back to your original strategy. Nice, Sam. Say stuff like Apex of food for my kids. No, you choose to trade props as an income. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, no matter if it's prop firms or you trading or you know, working as an independent contractor in other, you know, aspects of life, at the end of the day, diversifying is the most important thing when we're trading in props, because you just never know what's going to go on, right? And yeah, if you worked hard for it and you were due that money, I can see you saying they took food off of your out of your kids' mouths or off of your table, but you also have to be real clean, because some of the people who say that, some of the people who feel like they are owed money, they are not as clean as they seem like they are. That's all I will say. They rarely happen. Yeah, trader is shit. You're right. Around 45 years old from education. Any prop to road pool is how I do it. Yeah, Kellyanne, seriously. Choose you a couple props, get you a couple payouts, be in the green, and just keep it moving. And if something happens, look, you were profitable, so you're good. All right, let me show you guys the accounts. I know I said I wasn't going to be mad that I didn't take that trade, but I kind of am mad. No, I'm not. It would have been a even nicer day. So I am just taking I was only taking 2 contracts on the Top Step account, because that would be 25% of my available drawdown. I only had $1,000 in drawdown because of Friday. So that's why I didn't do the usual 5 contracts. But you guys can see decent progress. I'm basically halfway done to passing the TPT account, which renews on Sunday. I'm not worried about it. I'll carry over a balance. It's really no big deal. As long as we have a decent day tomorrow and it doesn't cause me to need to purposely fail it to start over, I'll carry the balance forward. It's really no big deal. No big deal. Somebody do my... Oh, you need to get somebody to do it? Well, if you need a recommendation, let me know, because my friend who has his own tax business, he's been doing my taxes for, I don't know, at least 8 or 9 years now. I've never had an issue out of him. He's really, really good. And he already kind of knows about, you know, how to do deductions for prop trading and 1099s and all that stuff. And he's not super expensive either. And at about 23K for trading last year, did not touch nothing. Do I put it in as 1099? When you trade your own portfolio, your broker is going to send you a document, and I cannot. Let me see. It looks like NinjaTrader is 1099. Yeah. I didn't know if there was a different tax form that they use. I've had so many different tax forms in my business life. But yeah, it looks like it's 1099s. And so your broker should by mid-February have that available for you to download. I know like with the NinjaTrader brokerage, when you log in, you go to statements, if I'm not mistaken, and it's usually in there. Just hit my trailing drawdown on my app. No, Clay. So Clay, once you hit your trailing drawdown on your PA, the account is breached and you failed and you got to start over from eval. Now, listen closely. Because there is no sale right now on Apex, if you want to buy another account, your smartest thing to do is to look for the email. They're going to send you an email at the close of business, just like they sent you an email to say, congratulations, you passed. They're going to send you an email to say, sorry, you failed your account. At the very bottom, if I'm not mistaken, of that email, they're going to give you a code, a one-time code that you can use for 80% off your next account, but it has to be used in a short period of time, like maybe 7 days, 3 days, 7 days, something like that. It has to be used fairly quickly. And since Apex is only 50% off right now, if you want another account, use that code to get your 80% off. And they will do that every single time, by the way. Futures is different. It's not regular income. Yes, correct. Yeah. So you have to find somebody who, if you're not gonna do the taxes yourself, you have to find somebody who is really good with the codes for that kind of stuff, especially if you trade like futures, props, plus you trade, your regular accounts yourself. Like you gotta know somebody who's gonna be able to do all the stuff for that. You're welcome, Claire. Saying I have this same goal. Got that letter literally hundreds of times, Kelly, and I'm weak. I'm weak. I so far, knock on wood, have not failed a PA, but that's because I just have the two. One of them I have not traded yet, and the other I have not traded. 17 trading days, I knew my strategy wasn't ready, so we just stopped trading it. I was going to start trading it this week just to see, like, make sure the copier was good. I was just going to use that account and take Profit Trader. But at this point, I'm not waiting on that. And I really don't. I want to trade the Rhythmic PA because I want to just get a payout from it and close it down. But since I pay lifetime for it and it can just sit there, there's no inactivity rule. I'm just going to let it sit there. Because the reality is my priority is mainly on the Top Step, getting the Top Step and Take Profit Trader accounts to PA or funded, because just with the payout structure, again, I don't care about the rules. No props rules bother me or affect me except ones that don't like micro scalping, and neither of those three have micro scalping rules. But just the fact that with Take Profit Trader, how they do their payouts, and Top Step, how they do theirs, and not really having a payout. I mean, Apex doesn't have a payout window, but it takes you longer to get to payout stage since they have 8 days versus the 5 with Top Step and Take Profit Trader being basically 0. So I really just want to push these over the line so I can start trading the funded versions of those. 986, Kellyanne. Girl, how many times did you cycle 20 accounts? What was you doing? Now, did you get to that point, Kellyanne, because like you were gambling them, or you were just like were you trading your strategy and just using really high leverage, or were you just like gambling them like, fuck it, who cares? This is props kind of thing. I'm so weak. Yes, and I see Amelia answered your question. Max days to pass. Amelia just answered that. Rebuild at 30 days for all of them. Now, the thing is, when you come to the rebuild, if you fail the account, they're going to reset it on renewal back to your initial balance and initial drawdown. So most people just try to pass it within the 30 days. And if they don't pass it, they just wait for the renewal. Like me, I'm not paying a reset fee. Excuse me. I don't care if I failed it 5 days after like the renewal and I got to wait another 25 days. I'm not paying a reset fee. I'll see you in 25 days. 20 at a time. Never got a payout from Apex. Was Apex one of your first firms? Custard cream biscuits. I want to see what that looked like. Custard cream biscuits. That looks like a what am I thinking about? No, it doesn't look like a vanilla wafer. I mean, not a wafer. No, it almost looks like wafers, just with like cookies versus like that wafer type of I was gonna say material. Girl, what? We're not talking about things. We're talking about food. It looks so rich. I introduced them to the YouTubers way back then. I had no idea. Yes, San. And you could pass way quicker than that if you want to. Yeah, my best friend told me about Apex. Well, he knew about Apex investing like years and years ago, at least 7 years ago or so. And then I guess probably because he knew about them and he was on their newsletter when they came out with the prop firm. He told me about it, but I did not understand prop firms at the time and it didn't make sense to me. I don't want to trade nobody money. All right, I don't. It just sounded a little crazy. So yeah, he had an account with Apex. Back then they didn't have a lifetime fee, so he was paying monthly and his card expired and he never updated it, so he lost his PA. And he actually was in profit on it too. But he trades Forex now. I don't know if he'll ever come back to futures. He wants to, but he works for the post office and he works during the day, like I think from like 6 to maybe 2:30 or something like that. So if he comes back to futures, he's going to have to figure out what he can trade kind of in the off hours because he's an engineer. So he's like working when he's at work. You know what I mean? Guess I'll try Apex again soon. You should, Sam. Wait till the next sale and definitely try it out. And there's other options as well. To me, now if you want to know all the different options, honey, go to Kellyanne. Either go to her channel or go to her website, Futures Trading with Kellyanne. She has a list where she lists like the top, or not the top, but she lists about 25 different props and she tells you kind of like their rules and all kind of stuff like that. I'm never going to do that. I can't, I don't want to keep up with all that, but she does a very good job of it. Also, there's another list that I can send you as well where somebody kind of did the same thing, except they don't like rank them and stuff like that. They literally just give you the information and tell you, you know, what their payout rules are, if they allow micro scalp and stuff like that. So there's 2 different lists that you can have access to. You once loved Apex. I think if they got rid of John, things could get back to being normal. I had 2K plus the 2K drawdown. Not you thought you had 4K. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. And if you have any additional questions, always just write it in the Discord. I'm usually around until we like grow the Discord more. You know, I just kind of like peek in here and there. But yeah, I got you, Sam. I got you. But yeah, I'm not a gatekeeper. I will always give you whatever information you need to know. I will tell you where you can find anything, literally anything. But yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here and journal. I'm really going to look over that counter trend alternate divergence to make sure that the rules that I have that would have worked out here will, like, I have enough data for it. That way I feel comfortable if that same setup sets up tomorrow or sometime in the future, I can kind of feel like, all right, I feel comfortable taking this trade every time I see it, because right now I don't, because I don't even remember how much data I have for it. So I'm going to go look over that journal a little bit, and relax because I still don't feel good. I got you, Stan. Keep hearing a lot of people say that Keamber does seem like John. Yeah, the thing with John is, well, first of all, John is the reason why all of us mods from the old Discord, we're not mods anymore. FYI, if you did not know that, we were all kicked out of the mod chat except maybe like 2 people. It was his decision. He has some meeting early in the morning and basically said, get rid of them. I don't know what we did to him, but I hope they don't open that Discord back up, because even if they hired people specifically for Discord, is not, if you think that you're going to have some peaceful community like Top Step, you have another thing coming. You have a lot of work to do in order to have a peaceful Discord community. And we're the reasons why the community grew. We're the reasons why the community stayed pretty sane for the most part. Did you have some mods that I did not really like and I feel like they took it a little too serious? Absolutely. Yeah, but for the most part, we were kind of keeping things together, right? But not just that. Again, I told y'all I'm a realist, right? I don't like when people try to say things are not a big deal. I don't like that. Even in my regular life. Like if let's say I'm in a disagreement with a friend or a boyfriend or a husband, whatever, and there's something that is bothering me, and you say, well, it's not that big of a deal. Well, if it's not that big of a deal, then just do it or stop doing whatever's bothering me, right? And so what really, really turns me off about John is his it's not a big deal attitude, and I don't like that. When you get on a video and you say, hey, and if you get denied, just keep trading. It's no big deal. Well, it kind of is. Because even though we shouldn't be relying on prop firm payouts to live our lives, at the same time, we should be able to rely on a prop firm to do what they're supposed to do, right? And this is not just with Apex. This is with any prop firm, because there's no Apex hate over here. This is just reality with any prop firm, because trading with a prop firm and getting paid as an independent contractor is no different than how I was doing agency nursing. I did agency nursing for 8 years. When I work, I expect to get paid the amount of money I'm supposed to get paid, right? So when you tell somebody that if they get denied, it's not a big deal, just trade 8 more trading days and do it again, that's a problem. Now, if they truly were supposed to be denied, no issue. But again, when Apex 3.0 first came out, and for probably like a whole month, their system wasn't even calculating MAE properly. So there were some people who were improperly denied. Do I think they did it on purpose? No. I just don't think they tested well enough. But I don't like the it's not a big deal thing. And then I also don't like how there's no communication between the teams, because when you get on a video and say you have a team specifically for this, that means that team is already in play. You have trained them and they're supposed to do this. And when Apex 3.0 was supposed to be about no more denials, and there's denials because number one, your system was messed up. But number two, you have ambiguous denials where people don't even know exactly what trade they did to breach whatever. I don't like that. Your FAQ says that somebody's supposed to get a detailed report. You said it in the video that people would get detailed reports. And I understand that it takes time to build technology on the back end. You have to find the right people, whatever. I get it. And now that the lawsuits and stuff are out, you kind of see that around the time where they were starting to talk about putting 3.0 together after we got a survey and all this other stuff, there was a lot going on in the back end. So it kind of makes sense why certain things were not implemented properly. And that's not to give them an excuse. That's just to be real, right? However, if you don't have the detailed reports, where the fuck is the day 16? Please bring them, because I'm over it. I really am. Was that because of my video? Maybe he got paranoid? No, I think he just, I don't know. You know what? Maybe it was the video that caused, because I can't remember. I was on stream when it happened, and I don't really remember. I will have to go on Discord and see. But maybe after you said you were going to release the video, maybe that's when he kicked us out, because maybe he felt like yeah, like you said, maybe paranoid. But shit, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We the reasons why people don't hate y'all as much as they could, because we try to, you know, not really take up for them, but just give them like good reasoning. Like I said, every prop firm does these things in the background. We just didn't see the unauthorized recordings of it. This is reality, right? Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, and thank you. I hope I feel better soon myself. Shit. Rarely disrespectful people popping up in the stream saying that's because we don't deal with that. I've only had to block one person, and that's because that person was stalking me on my other channel and we were over him. Like, he was disrespectful. But yeah, I'm over here really wanting to talk, but I had to pay a lot of money to alert. Yeah, Kellyanne, just keep your mouth shut, girl. Just don't. And the thing is, when I saw you being named in the lawsuit, I honestly felt bad for you. Just because from the trader aspect, a lot of people, including myself, I love that there is somebody out here that's willing to talk about things that I don't really want to touch. And it's not that I don't want to touch it because it's Apex and I just love Apex. There are just certain things where from the legal aspect, I don't want to get involved, right? Because I don't got time. So from that aspect, I don't, and I also don't, I feel like you shouldn't have been the person that they fed information to just because you have a platform. Because to me, if they cared about you, they wouldn't have given you information, some of the information that they did, knowing how these people were, knowing that they were already caught up in lawsuits. Like, having a big business coming after an individual person, an everyday person, is not cool. And it's really their fault. Because had you just continued to report on Apex the way you always have been, no harm, no foul. But when you gained access to confidential information that they should have never given to anyone, but especially not a random, not calling you a random YouTuber, but in regards to who they are and who you are, you're a random YouTuber. So I feel like they used you, because the reality is, baby, nobody was talking about day traders before all of this shit. I'm gonna be real with you. Even you made your like initial video where you were saying, I remember when you were pointing out that you heard that Cayenne was like helping spearhead a new prop firm, and when day traders came out, you talked about it. But it's like, since then, literally, when I tell you nobody talks about day traders, nobody. Now all of a sudden people are reviewing the company and making these videos and becoming affiliates, and it's no offense to them, but I don't even like how, I don't know if you know this, but there's a couple of people in this stream who have gotten emails and text messages from day traders because he took the database and was texting people about day traders. That's not cool. That's not. And so I just don't feel like their hands are as clean as they want to appear to be. And unfortunately, bad press is good press for some people just because they're getting attention, but nobody was talking about them. To be honest with you, there's nothing about that company, and I mean absolutely nothing, that is appealing. Nothing at all. It was initially Apex under another name. Kellyanne, again, I'm not saying that I feel like they used and abused you or anything. I just don't. Feeding you confidential information was not good for you. It wasn't. Because guess what? As a reporter, you naturally want to talk about those things and warn people and things like that. But let's be real here. If they cared that much, they could have put the information out themselves. They could have not sat on the information for as long as they did. I know that you said that you heard some stuff like way prior to, but you thought they were trolling and stuff like that. But again, like I told you in another video, even people who don't really get views on their regular videos, if they post anything controversial regarding Apex, they're going to get thousands of views. It happens. Whether it's I got my payout denied or whatever. They could have done what they needed to do. One of the co-founders has a marketing agency. He knows all about SEO and ads and everything else. He could have done anything he wanted to do to get the information out. He did not have to use a YouTuber to do that. But that's just how I see it. And as a fellow trader, as a fellow everyday person, I don't like how it was done at all. Not coming from you. I'm not saying I don't like how you reported it. I don't like how it was done. I don't feel like they should have fed you that information, because this lawsuit was going to happen regardless, right? A lot of stuff that we know about things on the back end that we shouldn't even know is because of the lawsuit. So and people were going to find these lawsuits regardless. So all of their, I don't know, accusations would have came out anyway. They didn't need you to feed that information. And now here it is, you have to pay a lawyer to protect yourself. Baby, they should have been paying for your fucking lawyer. You were literally named in the lawsuit under them, right? Saying that you're a co-conspirator. They should be paying for your lawyer, not you. That's just how I feel. I do. Did see it, and I did. I thought I was right. Yeah, you did what you thought was right, and that's no issue, right? I do, like I said before, I do think that your bias kind of clouds your view a little bit. I get why you thought it was right, because you want to warn people, right? But again, I just don't. I think for your own sake, it just wasn't good. Burn the house down to kill the spider. Yeah, I agree. But ask Leo to pay your lawyer fees, because you're in this shit because he gave you confidential information, and obviously he wanted you to share it, because why would he come to a YouTuber who is a reporter on prop firm drama and happenings? Like, he came to you for a reason. So baby, you should be protecting me for that same reason you came to me for. Have a friend request for I'll post a comment in the Discord. But yeah, that's just my take on it. That's just my take. Ask him to pay your lawyer fees and tell me what he say. But y'all, yeah, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go relax a little bit so I can feel better. Make me some tea. I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.